In today's video, we're going to talk about the worst 5 foods you can eat on the keto diet. While these foods might technically fit the criteria for being keto friendly, they can actually work against you and reverse your progress. The keto diet is a low-carb diet where your body produces ketones for energy. This way of eating has become so popular for its ability to accelerate weight loss, reduce inflammation, and lower blood sugar. But the foods we're going to talk about today have the opposite effect. If you are on a keto diet and are not seeing the results you hoped for, one of these foods might be the reason why. So stay tuned to find out what keto-friendly foods are actually not keto-friendly. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Kate. I'm a health coach and I post videos on a high-fat, nutrient-dense way of eating. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, feel free to share, and make sure to subscribe. And make sure to follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, where I share new posts every single day. Before I begin, I want to thank Squarespace for sponsoring today's video. For everything from websites and online stores to marketing tools and analytics, Squarespace is the all-in-one platform to build a beautiful website and run your business. Head to squarespace.com/healthcoachkate to start your free trial today. Today we're going through some common foods that you might be eating on a keto diet that are actually not as healthy as you would think. Some of these foods will kick you out of ketosis despite being very low in net carbs. Other foods we're going to talk about today will increase your inflammation. And while I do not think you need to stress over ketones or being in ketosis all the time, having stable blood sugar is important, especially if you are insulin resistant. Number 1, keto bars. Anytime big companies come out with a product that is specifically aimed at keto, there's reason to be skeptical. But even companies that are keto focused should be questioned. My main issue with bars like this is they contain so many ingredients, some of which can spike your blood sugar and kick you out of ketosis and take away from a lot of the benefits of the keto diet. The 2 main ones you want to watch out for and avoid are maltitol and IMO. Let's talk about maltitol first because it is a sweetener hidden in a lot of keto bars. Many of the products in the Atkins range do contain maltitol. Maltitol is a sugar alcohol that has been artificially processed from starches like corn. So while it will increase the total carbs in a product, it is thought that because sugar alcohol cannot be digested fully, it cancels out when you calculate net carbs, leaving you with a product that looks keto-friendly. But here's the thing, maltitol actually scores pretty high on the glycemic index. The glycemic index is used to measure the blood sugar response to foods. Pure glucose has a score of 100, table sugar has a score of 58, and maltitol has a score of 52. The blood sugar response to maltitol is almost the same as the blood sugar response to table sugar. That means that a lot of the negative effects that you were trying to avoid by not eating sugar, you'll still be getting with maltitol. On top of that, maltitol can cause digestive distress, including gas, bloating, and diarrhea. Maltitol cannot be fully digested by the body, and it starts to ferment in our gut. I actually found a website with hundreds of horror stories about maltitol. It's pretty alarming and enough to scare anyone off of it. And then IMO fiber. IMO stands for 𝗖𝗟𝗜𝗖𝗏 and is also used to sweeten products. It is made up of a mixture of short-chain carbohydrates that are found naturally in some foods, but can also be manufactured and added to processed foods. It will be written on nutrition labels as one of the following: fiber, in brackets IMO, IMO fiber, in brackets powder or syrup, prebiotic fiber, vitafiber, inulin, or chicory root. Now because IMO is classified as fiber, once again it gets subtracted from total carbs. But like maltitol, IMO actually causes quite a significant rise in your blood sugar and your insulin. A 2017 study in the Journal of Insulin Resistance showed that IMO consumption led to a rise of nearly 50 milligrams per deciliter in blood glucose, with a 5-fold rise in insulin at 30 minutes. So if you see a keto product that has a crazy high amount of fiber, it's probably IMO. So once again, this can cause a rise in your blood sugar, a rise in your insulin, and a decrease in your ketones. And just like maltitol, IMO can also cause digestive distress. Now, this isn't to say that all keto bars are unhealthy, but it's pretty alarming how many of them do include these ingredients. Less is more when it comes to packaged products. The less ingredients and the more of them you can pronounce, the better. And really, I am a big promoter of not snacking and eating all of your calories that you need at your meal times. But I know products like this can be helpful for some, especially if you're on the go. So if you have to have a keto bar or you have to have a product like this, Perfect Keto is the best brand I have found that has good ingredients and won't spike your blood sugar. Number 2, vegetable oil. Vegetable oils, also referred to as seed oils, include the following: canola oil, soybean oil, sunflower oil, corn oil, grapeseed oil, cottonseed oil, and safflower oil. Now, of course, oils are isolated fat, which you would assume would be good for the keto diet, which is high in fat. But here's the thing. The type of fat in these oils is very damaging to our health and can cause inflammation, DNA damage, and increase our disease risk. So if you're having signs of inflammation on a keto diet, sore joints, maybe rashes, even fatigue, cutting vegetable oils out of your diet might be the missing link. But why are these oils so bad? To get the oil out of these plants, they have to go under extreme heat and processing. And this processing means that they are almost always rancid by the time you buy them off the shelf. The reason they taste and smell like nothing is to hide this fact. And it is important to note that the smoke point of an oil is not the same as the point that it starts to oxidize. On top of that, processing vegetable oils is how trans fat is created. Adding trans fats to foods has been banned by the FDA since 2018. But even if the trans fat is listed as 0 on the label, they are legally allowed to say it is 0 as long as it is under 0.5. 2 studies that analyzed vegetable oils found that 0.4 to 4.2% of the total fat content was trans fat, which is a lot of trans fat. I do have another video that goes more into the dangers of vegetable oil, which I will link above, but really you want to avoid these oils as much as possible. Don't cook with them and don't buy products that contain them. Some better options for cooking include butter, ghee, tallow, lard, duck fat, coconut oil, olive oil, and avocado oil. Number 3 is salad dressings. There are 2 reasons why you want to avoid salad dressings on a keto diet. Number 1, a lot of commercial brands have a lot of added sugar. And number 2, they usually contain a lot of vegetable oil as well. Even if you do not cook with the oils previously mentioned, these oils can find their way into your diet through things such as salad dressing, and in large amounts, no less. For this reason, your salad dressing might be the cause of your inflammation and taking away from a lot of the benefits of keto. Now, once again, this does not mean that all salad dressings are bad. Most commercial brands, yes. But there are brands out there that are sugar-free and vegetable oil-free, such as Primal Kitchen, which are very keto-friendly. Number 4, keto bread. I know that when you first switch to a keto diet, it can be really fun to try to figure out keto recipes for all your favorite foods. And bread is a big one because the standard American diet is based around bread and grain. Sandwiches, toast, pizza, burgers. We feel this need to replace bread with something when we switch to a keto diet. And that is where keto bread comes in. There are lots of recipes to make keto bread online yourself, and there are also brands that are now selling it. The problem I have with keto bread is that it is usually made out of mainly almond flour or almond meal. Now, almonds themselves in small amounts are okay and suitable for keto, but the problem is that they are extremely high in omega-6. Too much omega-6 in your diet can lead to inflammation and eventually chronic disease. Ideally, you want to consume omega-3 and omega-6 in balance, at a 1-to-1 ratio, or as close to it as you can get. Almonds, they contain over 2,000 times the omega-6 than omega-3. Once in a while, of course, keto bread is fine to have, but if you are having it every meal or even every day, you might want to consider reducing it. Number 5 is cheese. Now, I know this one is going to ruffle some feathers, and I just want to say right away that I am not anti-cheese and I am not anti-dairy, but I do think that some people do better without it. The first reason being, of course, that not everyone tolerates it. Tolerance to dairy can vary, with some people being lactose intolerant, whereas other people just experience some digestive distress when they consume it. The other problem with it though is that dairy is easy to overconsume, which can work against you if you have weight loss goals. And the last reason is that the casein in cheese can cause it to be addictive. And you might laugh at the thought of being addicted to cheese, but there is something to it. Be honest with yourself. If you decided to cut cheese out of your diet, would it be difficult? Some people can eat cheese in moderation, and some cannot. But if you've tried everything else and your weight loss is stalled or you're experiencing inflammation, it's worth cutting dairy out, at least for a time. Now, before we wrap up today's video, I'm going to tell you a bit more about today's sponsor, Squarespace. Squarespace is the all-in-one platform to run your business. With their beautiful templates, built-in marketing tools and analytics, and award-winning customer service, you'll have everything you need to build and run your business. Your website is often a customer's introduction to your business, so having a professional online presence is very important. You can start a free trial without having to enter your credit card details or anything by heading to squarespace.com/healthcoachkate. And when you love it and decide to launch, use code healthcoachkate to save 10% off your first order. Thank you again to Squarespace for sponsoring this video. Anyways guys, that's all I have for you today. Let me know in the comment section down below if anything I said in this video resonated with you and if there's anything you're going to try to cut out. If you enjoyed this video, you might also like my video on 9 signs you're insulin resistant, which you can check out here. If you want to catch up on my most recent upload, you can click here. And if you want to check out my keto and carnivore diet coaching programs, you can click here. Thanks again guys, I'll see you next time. Bye!